my name is Sam, and thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification, and give the video a thumbs up. So as always, monthly haul. I was actually very good. I actually don't know that I bought any books this month. I had pre-orders from previous months that came. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like 99% sure. Man, I'll be so proud of myself if that turns out to be true. $20 says we get halfway through this and I pick up a book and realize, but yeah. Anyways, we're going to talk about the books that I hauled. So the first book that I hauled this month was an ARC, A Touch of Gold by Annie Sullivan, and a couple days later, a finished copy showed up in my office for me as well. I'm so excited about this. This is one of the books I was watching for this year. The author is very, very sweet as well, and actually, I know the ARC is signed. Ooh. The ARC is signed. I don't think the finished copy is. I think this one was sent by her publisher specifically. But I'm so excited. It's a King Midas retelling, but with his daughter. And I just know that like the treasury of the crown gets stolen and she has some powers and people are looking to benefit from them. And I've heard actually quite a few people say they were surprised how much of this takes place on a ship, which like I heard that and I just got goosebumps from like peak excitement. I love things on ships and boats. I don't know what the difference is between them, probably size. But anything on the sea, it just seems exotic to me. I mean, I'm landlocked, so water in general is exciting. This comes out August 14th. Speaking of ships, I also got my pre-order copy a week in advance of These Rebel Ways by Sarah Rash. I'm so excited. Sarah Rash wrote Stone Like Ashes, which is a series I freaking love. And I know that there's supposed to be LGBTQ rep, though several people have told me it's very like it's not a main character, it's not a main plot or anything like that. And people were saying it's a lot more political rather than like pirate-centric, which I heard that once again. Goosebumps from peak interest. If there's anything I like more than time traveling and ships and boats, it's political drama. So I'm so excited. This book comes out today, actually, when this video goes up on August 7th. Tomorrow will be August 4th? Yeah, okay. I don't know. It's this Tuesday or the Tuesday after. Either way, my copy showed up early. So I also picked up super cheap last month in a sale on Indigo, Timekeeper by Tara Sim in paperback. So it's got the paperback cover, which is the same cover that they're continuing on with the rest of the series. So I'm going to keep my eye out for the paperback copy of Chainbreaker because I freaking loved the romance in the first book. I'm so excited to read Chainbreaker. It was really good. And the third book, Firestarter, I want to say it is. Yeah, I want to say Firestarter. I'm just going to keep my eye out for the paperback. It's this alternative London or is it London or just alternative Victorian world, it specifies. But our main character is essentially like a clock maintenance guy, and in this world, if the clock breaks, the community around it, like the time goes all wonky. And our main character has a romance with kind of like a clock ghost. It's very weird, but it's super good. I loved it. It was so good. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited to read Chainbreaker, and I'm so excited I finally got my copy because I originally read it with a library copy and immediately regretted not buying it. So now I have it. I'm so excited. Then I picked up These Vengeful Souls by, I apologize, these authors' names are just so long and not like Jane Smithy, but it's Tyrone Shanker and Kelly Zakas. Alright. This is the third book in, I think it's called These Vicious Masks series. I believe it's just supposed to be a trilogy. But it's like kind of Victorian era with X-Men powers, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. But this is the third book. The second book, like, whoa, ended. Like, it ended. It ended. And I need this book. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I kind of want to read it around Christmas time now, because that's when I think it was like Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas Eve. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. What is wrong with me? I think I read the first two books in one day. I had lots of time to myself. So maybe I'll just like make it like in December or so, reread the first two and then read this one. I don't know. We'll see. But I really liked them. So I also finally, after rereading the audiobook and like the library copy that I borrowed like 10 times in the last year. Picked up my own copy of Parsnips Buttered by Joe Lysat. This is probably one of my favorite nonfictions I've ever read. It's so freaking funny. Joe Lysat is a British comedian, and he does a lot of, I'm sure you've seen on like your Facebook feed, like the 20-minute or like the 2-minute clip of one of his stand-up shows from like the Apollo, but he does a lot of like customer service trolling. I know there was one that went around Facebook a lot about him threatening to starve a child in an orphanage if the city didn't rescind a parking fine. Which sounds weird, but so, I mean, to perfectly explain his style of humor, the back is quoted his mother saying, "Your father and I used to be so proud of you." And then underneath that from Harry Hill, I'm not sure who Harry Hill is, but I like it a lot, and his name is Joe Lysat. It's my type of humor. He also has this weird obsession with foxes, and once again, to troll people that he shares an office building with, he had a picture saying, "Fox wanted, dead or alive." It's in this book. I would highly recommend this book. It's really short. It's so funny. I cried laughing several times. I would just get it. Just do yourself a favor. It's a really good, fun book when you need a light pick-me-up. I also finally picked up a book by Michael Grant. I had honestly never heard of this author until about a year ago, and then I look, and he has like 20 books out. I'm like, how is that even possible? But I'm a sucker, we've established, for World War II fiction. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being something I'm associated with. So, everyone who I know like on Facebook groups that was like, "Have you read Codename Verity yet?" I'm like, yes, I loved it. I'm obsessed with it. I love women in history, like flying planes and everything. And without fail, every single one of them was like, "Have you read Michael Grant yet?" I'm like, all right, fine, I'll go watch. And then his book, the hardcover, was for $6 on Indigo. Like, that's, like, I almost bought several copies just to be like, I feel like this is required. But anyways, it follows kind of an alternative World War II where there's kind of a decree announced where women can now be drafted into the war. So it follows 3 female characters who sign up to be what is wrong with me today? Sign up to be pilots, and that is all I know going into this. I just know everyone I know who has read it has absolutely loved it. So I'm really excited. This is definitely going to be a book I pick up this fall. I get good vibes about this from like the World War II and the dying leaves and the kind of coldness outside and the full basic girl with pumpkin spice and Uggs on. By the way, I've finally spotted pumpkin spice flavoring somewhere. So, I mean, it's happening. Get ready for it. But yeah, so, front lines. Once again, because it was super cheap on the same Indigo sale, I also picked up Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant. This is another one where people told me, you know, if you're gonna like Frontlines, you're probably gonna like this one. So, bite the bullet for the $6 and give it a go. So I bit the bullet for the $6 and I'm gonna give it a go. I don't know a ton about this one. I also know it's much smaller, but I know it's supposed to be like several stories intertwined about like bad choices that people make in life, like their decisions and the repercussions. If you are wicked, the messenger will find you. So it sounds kind of interesting and cool, and the size of it made me be like, alright, this is something that I could punch out in like half a day or so. So yeah. And the last book that I picked up this month, once again, super cheap on the Indigo sale, was Illusionarium by Heather Dixon. I've never heard of this author. I'd never heard of the book. I saw the cover and was like, oh, that looks like steampunk Victorian era. Let me read the summary. So, from what I remember of the summary, it made me think of the movie The Illusionist, which is honestly such... I don't understand how, like, I've never met another human being, I feel, that's actually watched that movie. I freaking love The Illusionist with Edward Norton and Jessica Biel. It's just so, I'm obsessed with magic kind of movies, but that one specifically, I freaking love, like top to bottom, everything that in that movie. So I looked at this and was like, the title has intrigued me, and it's like in alternative Victorian-y era, and there's someone who has the ability to control hallucinations or something like that. The Goodreads reviews weren't stellar, but it's associated in my mind now with The Illusionist, so I have to at least give it a shot. And once again, it was $6. and I kind of really like the cover even though it has people on it. I like the gears, I like the dark ambiance. So that's another one. I think I'm definitely going to give it a go somewhere in the fall or winter. So those are all of the books that I managed to accumulate this month, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I didn't buy a single one of them this month. They were all like pre-orders or like books or sale orders that I placed in like June or July, and it finally showed up. I'm really proud of myself. Check the description box down below. I will link all of the books to their Goodreads pages, and I will link all of my social media. If you follow me, I will follow you